Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. Thought I'd do a talk about the Space Channel VR, and specifically as somebody who, Ulala, is kind of a digital crush. I've done a video about that. Ulala is one of those characters in video games that I've always kind of had a love thing for, so I thought, well, since everybody's already reviewed this game from the point of view of, like, what's it like as a game, I thought I would review it from the point of view of somebody who is heavily and emotionally connected to this character. Is it any good? Let's do a dance. Didn't do well.
Dancing good. Don't run out of steam. I am a rose. Another kind of Morolean?
Anyway, so you just basically follow what Ulala and the aliens are doing. It's a good actual little Space Channel experience. I think I messed it up. Yeah, I messed it up. It looks really nice. The graphics have that kind of Dreamcast level, souped up a bit though. I mean, there's a lot of detail in these characters. Oh, am I supposed to be... Oh, a groove bot. Uh-oh. Alright, let's dance, Ulala.
Good thing my space shield's tops. There it is.
I messed that up too.
I'll dance on through. There it is.
Oh, I'm down to 1 heart, 2 hearts. I just pay attention. Oh dear. Well, I didn't do very well there. But before I proceed, I do want to talk about just how this looks, now that we've had a moment of quiet. Ulala is very well rendered, I have to say, and a lot of the graphics, like, it's got that funky, cool vibe to it. It's not the highest sort of quality as far as, like, you know, they're not going for realistic graphics by any stretch, but what they have done is taken the inspiration from the Dreamcast original and kind of up-resed it. Like, everything looks very smooth. These displays are looking really nice. Ulala looks really nice. The aliens are actually very well done. It's a little pixely when you get to the distance, but that's okay. Now, a lot of people have already reviewed this game, so I'm not going to do that per se. I'm just more going to talk about what's it like if you're a huge Ulala fan like myself. Let me start off at the beginning. So here we are in the first level. Things look really good, and there's a problem people have with this game because it's pretty expensive. I'm going to talk about that later. First though, check this out. There she is!
Hey there, Cosmic Kitties. Ulala here.
She walks right past you.
From Spaceport 9. Tonight, I'm investigating reports that aliens are taking people hostage here and forcing them to dance. Read the reporting.
Alright. So this is an easier intro level here. They do have different outfits for Ulala, her different color scheme and all that kind of stuff. Really well done. I really like it. And she does that move that's in the original Dreamcast game.
Let's dance.
Right? A lot easier here.
Down, down, down.
Thank you, Ulala.
There we go, you rescue some people. So, a problem that a lot of people have is the price of this game. It's $40. I think it was $45 here in Canada. But I don't know that it's worth it. I mean, if you're not a huge Ulala fan like myself... Oh, pay attention. Ah. Yeah.
Thank you,
Ah,
Ulala.
we did well enough. And then I think that sits back up. There we go, back up. Now it's gonna get crazier. But the price tag. For 40, 45 bucks, you're getting, oops. You're not getting a lot of game. Like, there's only about 5 levels. There's a couple of extra, like, arcade modes and stuff that you can do. But you do get to dance with Ulala, which is pretty darn cool. And Nessa's going to do some reporting. Oh, we got some more aliens. So if you're somebody that's, like, a big fan... Wait. That's cool. Hang on. Oh, jeez. Let me concentrate on talking here if I can. You're not getting a lot of games for the price tag. Okay. Good place to leave that. You're not getting a lot of game for your 40, 45 bucks. Like, you get about 5 story missions, you get an arcade mode, you get a couple of other things, and a lot of people have said, well, that's kind of a high price tag for what is a very limited game. And it's true. I would not recommend this game if you are just looking for... Like, if you're a Sega fan and you're thinking, hey, man, they're going to bring back Dreamcast games. Let's see if they bring back Samba de Amigo or Crazy Taxi. You know, they brought back Space Channel 5. If you're in that sort of fan group appreciation, whatever, I don't think you're going to get your money's worth here, to be perfectly honest. It's a little high for what you're getting, and a lot of people have talked about that already. However, I like it as an Ulala fan, and I'll go into a little more detail here. But I think there have been some people talking about, you know, obviously they're going to bring more Sega titles. This isn't even from Sega. This is licensed out to Grounding is the company. And I think they just decided, well, dance games are quite good on VR. Let's give that a try. And as a dance game, this is very good. It's a lot of fun. I have tried Beat Saber, and you think me being a Star Wars fan, I would love those. I love that title. It's not really doing it for me. I don't really find it all that exciting. This game, I like playing. But I think it's probably twice what it should be. I would say $20 if you're just looking for a cute little VR experience. That's probably more realistic or reasonable. So wait for it to go on sale, I would say. I recommend with a lot of reviewers. It's just not worth it for that price tag. However, let's talk about it as an Ulala fan. So this is the very beginning of the game, the tutorial, and you feel like you're in that world. You feel like you're in the Space Channel world, and that's what you look like. It's intentionally very funky and cool, and it hits the vibe correctly. And hello, I mean, there's Ulala, and she is very well rendered. Not only that, outside of like the funky kind of dance element, it's also really great to be dancing beside her. If you have watched this character for a long time and you've played the various titles, it feels really cool to like stand in front of her and start dancing. It really feels visceral. It's great. Okay, memorize your partner. Okay, that's me.
I'll be center stage calling out commands and striking poses. When I give you the sign, strike the same pose as me.
Let's do it.
Up. Your turn. Up. Down. Take it away. Down. Right. Your turn. Right. Left. You try it. Left. 2. You try it. 2. Pose. Your turn. Pose. Nice work. Next, let's try dancing to the beat.
Dance in time to the rhythm. Okay.
Up. Up. Take it away. Up. Up. Down.
Didn't do the
Down.
ding.
Take it away. Down. Down. Right.
Not sure if I'm doing this
Go for
correctly,
it.
but
Right.
it's great
Left.
to be dancing with Ulala. And you do a whole bunch of adventurous and stuff. You even rescue her at one point from the bad guys. It's
Nice work.
very, very cool. Thank you, Ulala.
All right. Next up.
Oh no, and then the aliens attack. So this is why I love the game. And if you have kind of this
What's that?
digital crush, as I've described
I'll be there in
before,
a
for a
flash.
character like this, Come on, you get to dance right beside her. It's so cool. It's just an amazing experience. For me, it was totally worth the 40, 45 bucks. But then I'm slightly in the wrong perspective to have all this. Oh, we're transferring. Where are we going?
Begin the 100-stage battle.
Okay, so you also get to do this crazy 100-stage battle thing where you have to memorize what they do. That guy's Jaguar. I'm not sure if he's like a main part of the series.
Down, down, down.
But as you do well,
Right.
you have more people to dance with.
Left, right, left,
Left.
And there's Ulala.
Choo.
I'm dancing with her.
left, up.
Oh, chew. Oh, I didn't do very well there. But like, check this out. You're actually dancing with Ulala and your fellow dancer in this world in a really exciting way that honestly, it just works perfectly. Like, this is such a great, you're inside the game in a way that I just can't really explain. Oh,
Level up.
how did I level up? I didn't even do anything. There are many times in this game. You're dancing with Ulala, you rescue her in the story, slight spoilers. That's pretty awesome as a fan.
Choo.
Ho, ho, choo, choo, choo.
Awesome. All right, let's go to another part of the game too.
Ho, choo, choo, choo.
And this is the dressing room mode, which sounds a lot more sexy time than it really is. You're just sort of standing 20 feet away from Ulala and you can change the colors of what she's wearing from different outfits in the game. As you can see, there's only 3 different ones. So we got her yellow, then her sort of orange, and the classic white. So that's kind of cool. There's various other, you can do the same thing with other characters that you meet in the game. That's sort of whatever it is. But honestly, I find this game is a really good representation of the Dreamcast original. I have loved this character for many years, so I'm kind of very biased and I like what I'm seeing. I do enjoy this game. But I will confess, if you're not an Ulala fan, if you're not like big into this particular intellectual property, if you're just thinking, it's a Sega game, we'll try it out. Not for 45 bucks, I'm sorry. It's a little bit hefty price tag. I like it though, but then again, I like Ulala and I could just stand here and look at her forever. Now, before I go, I'm really kind of hoping that there are other members of my Digital Crush list that might eventually make it into the VR space. Capcom, I know darn well there's a chun-li simulator out there. I have seen footage of it. If you guys do not bring that to PSVR, I'm going to be very, very angry. Alright, on that note, I think that's enough embarrassment for me for today, so I will say, until next time, I'll see you down the rabbit hole.